Well, let's get more on all of this. John Spencer is the chair of Urban Warfare Studies at the Madison Policy Forum. He also served more than 25 years in the U.S. Army, a well-known face here in the show, and he joins me now from Colorado. John, very good evening to you. Let me start really with what we heard there from Sam Kiley and what we've seen the last few days, really Russian forces using submarines, using really surface ships and aircraft to launch missiles at Odessa. How are you seeing, John, the battle for Odessa play out?
My opinion, Isha, is that the Battle of Odessa is not going to happen. They're basically just doing missile terrorism, trying to keep Ukrainian forces occupied there. Trust me, the Russians don't have what it takes to attack Odessa.
They don't have what it takes to attack Odessa, but for so long they've been saying, we've been talking about the fact that they want Odessa, the significance of Odessa. Why, if they don't have what it takes, why pound it so much and relentlessly, in fact, in the last few weeks?
I mean, they don't want forces leaving Odessa. They want to make Odessa think. They want the Ukrainian higher command to think Odessa is under threat. And to be clear, the Black Sea is, and it's a huge impact to the economy. But militarily, they don't have what it takes to hit the beaches, to hit from another area. They're struggling in Kherson as well. They don't even own Mariupol with all the forces, the land forces they used against it. It's just terrorism.
It's terrorism, but what you're hinting at, John, is that perhaps is a distraction by hitting Odessa. What we have seen, of course, is this critical port city has been cut off from the Black Sea, and that's having a big economic impact. In fact, President Zelensky talked about this overnight because, according to the UN, millions of tons of grain remain blocked in these ports, and that has ripple effects, not just beyond Ukraine.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Navy is blockading and strangling. Although the Russian Navy is not doing too good out there. The Snake Islands being contested, they're losing ships, small Raptor ships every day. Absolutely, it's a big deal that Odessa is being blockaded, and that those economic, the main port of especially the grain, is going to be felt around the world.
Yeah. Let's turn our attention to Donbass. We now know directly from President Putin that this, John, is his strategic prize. I mean, he mentioned it on Victory Day. What can we expect to see in the battlefield now that he has signaled the importance of it for Russia?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if personally, I think he didn't. He signaled that's about all they can attempt. The victory parade looked more like a sad march of defeat to me. But in the East, I think we're seeing basically the second half of his phase. So now he's marshaling more forces in Belarus and trying to push, because they failed, right? They failed to give Putin a victory for Victory Day. They didn't push past Izium like they wanted to. They didn't encircle the JFO and Ukrainian forces. But now I think there's going to be a new push, a new effort. And like you said, he signaled that's one of the only places he mentioned in his speech that he wants the Donbass.
Yeah.
But there's a whole bunch of Ukrainians armed with the best weapons that the West can provide at the moment, and it's already on the battlefield. 85 of 90 artillery systems you can pretty much predict that they're in the East, in the Donbass line, is stopping them, and they're having successes in not only stopping them, but counter-offensives.
Explain to us very quickly, John, the use of these pontoon bridges and what the strategy is here.
Yeah, so the Ukrainians have done really well in contesting the waterways. I mean, you can't move across with military equipment like tanks and things like that. So the Russians have to pontoon, or basically create these military bridges is all they are. And it's a deliberate operation. We call them wet gap crossings. But we even saw today that creates a very large signature. And now that the Ukrainians have these longer reaching artilleries, the TB2 drones, those are ripe targets because they're very limited in nature, these military bridges, these pontoon bridges.
Yeah, of course, and it's also supply, trying to cut off their supply, which is critical. John Spencer, always great to get your insight. Thanks very much, John.
Thank you, sir.
Well, hospital.